Hi guys, back to basics today. I've had a lot of requests for some very basic beginner type forgings. I guess you're tuning in because you are trying to learn, so really we need to start back at the basics. So I'm going to start today and do two or three different types of point, all very easy, and you should be able to follow them. You're going to start off with one on a flat. This is inch per quarter. Now you want to get your metal up at an angle and you hammer at the opposite angle, so you're doing two sides in one go. You're getting twice the result. Keep it level. Keep towards the edge of your anvil, so then if your hammer slips off the end it's not going to hit the face of the anvil. You can see it comes down very quickly, and because you've got your material at an angle as well as your hammer, there you go, you get a very simple quick point. One heat, done. Now next one is the same flat, but instead of doing this sharp point we're going to do a really shallow point. So you just want to hold the material just off the anvil. You can see how quickly it thickens, so you want to keep it down to its original thickness. So it comes down fairly quickly. I'm not sure how heavy that hammer is, I think it's about 4 pounds, something like that. But it comes down pretty quick. And you want to be moving your material rather than your hammer. Your hammer wants to do the up and down, and your left hand or your material hand wants to do the moving. So that your hammer's just doing the up and down like this, and not backwards and forwards, just up and down, and your material's moving. That's in an ideal world anyway. Right, bit of half-inch square. I'm going to do something slightly different. Hitting it on the diamond. Actually I've got too big a hammer here, because half-inch square is pretty lightweight. Again, you want to keep your angle, your left hand that's holding the material up at an angle that corresponds to the opposite side, sort of thing. So you're getting two jobs done in one go. You can see a couple of times it doesn't quite match and it bends. But this is quite a nice little finish to the end of a bar. It's a little poker or something or other. See if I can get this camera to focus and you can see close up. I need to stand in front of it so you can. There you go, you should be able to see. It's quite a nice little finish, just something slightly different. And again, so easy, just by turning the bar on edge. Now, something a bit bigger, we've got 5/8 round. We're going to do a long point, like for a punch or something similar. Again, just get your left hand, your material hand, slightly off the deck, and don't try and hammer this sort of keeping it round. Turn it square, as you can see what I'm doing. So you go 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Draw it out square. There's a good reason for that, which I shall explain in a minute, but you can see it coming down quite nicely. That was one heat and I'm not really overexerting myself. Another heat. You can see there a bit better that the material's moving, the hammer's just going up and down. Imagine your hammer hand as the power hammer, just going up and down, and you're moving material under it. You can see once you've got it almost to the dimensions you want, you can then start knocking off the other corners, turning it back into round. So now you can see it's sort of multi-sided. And just continue that with a lighter hammer, because you're almost there now, and you're literally just taking the marks out. You can see well now that the material's moving, the hammer's just going up and down. It's just running around those marks, getting lighter and lighter with your hammer, just taking out the little marks. You don't want to be going round and round, like I said before. If you just go round and round and round and round like this, you're going to end up that the end will split, because it will turn itself into a spiral and the end of your material will split wide open. And it doesn't draw down as quickly, surprisingly enough, so keep it square until the last minute. And now, you might have heard in others of my videos, I don't like working my material cold, but when you get doing your finishing touches, you can let it go almost cold, because you're taking your hammer marks out and you're only hitting it very lightly. And you'll see here I've done nothing, I haven't put a rasp on it, a file on it, a bit of sandpaper. And if I can get in front of it so you can see it, and focus the camera, you'll see that's quite an acceptable finish. It's nice enough to use as a finish, and yet slightly rough enough to see that it's handmade. So there you are, a few basics. I hope that's helped some of you. I'll see you on the next one.